Compliance. Compliance is the critical aspect of any organization, ensuring adherence to laws, regulations, guidelines, and specifications relevant to its business processes. It is a broad field that encompasses various components, including compliance reporting and compliance monitoring. In this lesson, we are going to dive into these aspects, providing examples and discussing the role of automation in compliance. First, compliance reporting. Compliance reporting is a systematic process of collecting and presenting data to demonstrate adherence to compliance requirements. It can be categorized into two types: internal and external compliance reporting. Now, internal compliance reporting involves the collection and analysis of data to ensure that an organization is following its internal policies and procedures. It is typically conducted by an internal audit team or a compliance department. For example, a financial institution may have an internal policy that requires all transactions above a certain threshold to be reviewed and approved by a compliance officer. The compliance department will then have to generate a report detailing all such transactions, including whether they were appropriately reviewed and approved. Next, external compliance reporting. External compliance reporting, on the other hand, involves demonstrating compliance to external entities, such as regulatory bodies, auditors, or customers. This type of reporting is often mandated by law or contract. For instance, a pharmaceutical company must submit regular reports to the Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, detailing their adherence to good manufacturing practices, or GMP. These reports include data on product quality, safety measures, and process controls. Now onto compliance monitoring. Compliance monitoring is the process of regularly reviewing and analyzing an organization's operations to ensure compliance with laws, regulations, and internal policies. It involves several key components, including due diligence and due care, attestation and acknowledgement, and internal and external monitoring. Due diligence and due care. Due diligence in compliance monitoring involves conducting an exhaustive review of an organization's operation to identify potential compliance risks. Due care, on the other hand, refers to the steps taken to mitigate these risks. For example, a company planning to expand its operation overseas would conduct due diligence by researching the foreign country's business laws and regulations. They would then exercise due care by implementing measures to ensure compliance with these laws, such as training employees on the new regulations or hiring a local legal advisor. Next, attestation and acknowledgement. Attestation in compliance monitoring involves a formal declaration by a responsible party that the organization's processes and controls are compliant. Acknowledgement refers to the recognition and acceptance of these compliance requirements by all relevant parties. For instance, an IT company might require its software developers to attest that they have followed all necessary data security protocols when creating new applications. The developers would also acknowledge these protocols by signing a compliance agreement. Finally, internal and external monitoring. Internal monitoring involves regularly reviewing an organization's operations to ensure compliance with internal policies and procedures. External monitoring, conversely, involves third-party reviews or audits to verify compliance with external regulations or standards. For example, a manufacturing company might conduct internal monitoring by regularly reviewing the production processes to ensure that they meet internal quality standards. The company might also undergo external monitoring by a third-party auditor to verify compliance with ISO 9001 quality management standards. Next up, the role of automation in compliance. Automation is increasingly playing a crucial role in compliance. Automated compliance systems can streamline data collection, improve accuracy, and provide real-time compliance monitoring. For instance, a healthcare provider might use an automated system to monitor patient data privacy compliance. The system could automatically flag any unauthorized access to patient records, enabling the provider to quickly identify and address any potential HIPAA violations. Similarly, a bank might use an automated system to monitor transactions for potential money laundering activities. The system could automatically generate reports detailing any suspicious transactions, simplifying the bank's compliance reporting process. So remember, compliance is a critical aspect of any organization's operations, ensuring adherence to both internal policies and external regulations. Compliance reporting, both internal and external, is a key part of this, providing evidence of compliance to both the organization itself and external entities. Compliance monitoring, including due diligence and due care, attestation and acknowledgement, and internal and external monitoring, is another crucial component, helping to identify and mitigate compliance risks. Finally, automation is increasingly important in compliance, streamlining processes, improving accuracy, and providing real-time monitoring capabilities. By understanding and effectively implementing these aspects of compliance, organizations can ensure they meet their legal and ethical obligations, protect their reputation, and provide assurance to stakeholders.